All right, what's going on today, YouTube? Welcome back to your favorite cyclist YouTube channel. This week, we're talking about this big, giant zip tie from the guys over at Hiplok. But before we get into today's video, if you're new to my channel, make sure you head down below, hit that subscribe button for me. If you already are subscribed, make sure you hit that bell icon right next to that. That way you get notified every time I upload. That way you don't miss any of this awesome cycling content on this channel. So like I said, today we're talking about this zip tie lock essentially from Hiplok here. So I talked to Hiplok at Sea Otter just recently, and this is one of the locks I've had, and it's always been one that's kind of intrigued me just because it's a giant zip tie essentially, right? Just a zip tie. That's a lock. And so I talked to them a little bit about it, and they gave me one to try out and share with you guys, tell you kind of what the deal is with this. So what is the deal with a lock like this? Obviously, it's a pretty thin lock, pretty thin, pretty small. What's the deal with this lock? What's it for? Now, this lock is definitely not for everybody. Let's talk what I use my locks for. Now, for me, I use a cable lock when I have my bikes on a bike rack, and I'll just lock them to the rack, extra security. Not a huge deal. It's attached to my car, makes the people don't want it, can't just grab a bike and take off with it. When I'm camping or at a big event, I use a U-lock and a cable. A little bit more burly. I lock it to a solid structure, solid pole or structure. You don't have to worry about it that way. A little bit more secure. However, I ride my bike with my daughter every day to her school, and I park my bike in the bike rack with her and walk her to her classroom. That's just what I do. It's fun to do. And when I do that, I was using a cable lock, an old cable lock, and it works fine, but I feel like it was a bit overkill for the 2-3 minutes I was actually there. You know, realistically, my bike's completely in sight the whole time, and not a huge deal. Not like I needed it completely locked up with that cable lock. Cable locks can be kind of big. You know, it's just like, I don't need that. So that's where this lock comes in. This lock is really meant for those really short term, within eyesight, keep someone from just walking off with your bike. That's what this guy is for. And that's exactly what I have been using this for. Over the past, essentially 2 weeks now, I've been using this every single day, riding my daughter to school, and I use this lock to lock my bike, this bike right here, to the bike rack. And it's just the perfect length to be able to undo this. You can see it's kind of like a U. And you can just slip it right through your front wheel, right around the bar, and then lock it back to itself. It's just the perfect length for that. Now again, not high security at all. It's kind of just there as a visual deterrent. And of course I went with orange because orange is my favorite color. So we went with orange. They have different colors out there based on what you want. But really this, again, it just keeps you from being able to walk off with your bike. Now, there is like a steel strap in here. I don't know quite what that's rated for, but there is a steel strap in here. This is a combo lock on here. That is not my combo, just so you know. This is the combo version. I believe they have a keyed version as well. I kind of like the combo. I don't have to really worry about fumbling with keys, anything like that. You can just throw in my little 3-digit combination and pop this guy open. And it literally works just like a zip tie. You can literally see, it literally is like a zip tie. It's kind of cool. So you can, once you get this guy on, you just cinch it down to where it's tight enough and it locks into that tooth there, and it's not coming off. Ugh. Nope, not coming off. Guaranteed it's not coming off. That thing is on there. So honestly, it's been working really well for me in just that certain cases. Now, obviously you can just use your lock and you just throw it on your handlebars, just like so, throw it in your bag, whatever you want to do. You can also get the little mount they have for here. So this is a little mount. It has a perfect spacing between the two holes that you can mount it just like in a water bottle cage right there. And if you have an extra spot, open, which a lot of commuter bikes do, you have one down here, one up here, you have this one open. And most of them you're just running the one water bottle cage, gives you a spot just to mount this little mount there for your lock right there. And this thing is pretty cool. So it just bolts in there. You can also use zip ties if you want. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 little slots there for a zip tie to feed through and just zip tie that guy right to your frame. Pretty cool. Pretty cool they thought of that, all that stuff there, especially for us that don't have 2 cages or just want to zip tie it to a rack or something along those lines. Totally doable with this guy. So this guy works kind of as a zip tie. So you can slide this through and you can see it's got a little tooth in there. And that little tooth will grab that lock and hold it in place from where it is. So we can go ahead, we can slip our lock on there and it is in place and not going to move. And then once you're ready to take it out, it goes back to just sliding a little bit. Pretty cool. Pretty neat little design. For me personally, I just been throwing it on my bars. Just really easy to do. It's super lightweight. It doesn't make a lot of noise. It's not very big. I don't really have to worry about it. I just go right up here to the handlebars and just throw it right on. And there we go. Set to ride to school with my daughter. Kind of neat how that works. They also have another really cool mounting option for it, as well as just kind of a security measure, really. So they have the Hiplok track right here. So this is the AirTag holder, and it comes with that same bracket in there. So this guy is essentially just kind of an AirTag holder. Has the mounts needed, so we can pop off this cover here, and we look underneath, and it has your mounts for a water bottle cage mount, 1, 2 right there. And then inside of here, if you unscrew those 2 bolts there, you can pop your AirTag right in there, tighten that guy back up, and you either put the cover back on, just like so, or you can put a water bottle cage on top of here and put that under a water bottle cage, or you can even put their little special designed lock mount, pop that guy right in there. Ooh, look at that. And you can put your lock mount right on there. And this thing has those same capabilities. You can use a standard water bottle cage mount. They have high security water bottle cage mounts that are in here that are essentially the security torque bits, and they have the Allen key for them, all included in there. Pretty cool that they have those, honestly. I like that a lot. So it has all that in there. It has longer bolts, shorter bolts, so it fits whatever frame you have. You know, an e-bike, you don't want to put a bolt right into your battery, so they give you all those different options. And honestly, with this guy mounted the way it is, if you were to attach that to your bike, even if you were to use the zip ties to attach it, that looks just like a lock mount. That doesn't look like it would be an AirTag holder or some security measure on your bike. At least I wouldn't think that. So I think they've integrated it really, really well on here to the point where, yeah, I wouldn't think that's an AirTag holder. And even if you were to mount it underneath your water bottle cage, it's just going to be kind of right in there. No one's going to be really able to see it or get to it. I think it's a really cool mount, especially with the ability just to put whatever mount you want on there, whether that's this little cover. But yeah, they have really cool stuff here that I honestly didn't know existed till now. And, you know, honestly, if you're looking for just kind of a small cafe style lock, this little Z Lok is going to do the trick. I like these things. Like I said, I've been staring at them for years and going, how the heck is that supposed to work and keep my bike secure? Well, they do a pretty good job. If you're within eyesight, you're just going to be gone for a couple minutes. They do a decent job of keeping people just being able to walk off with your bike. Kind of the basis of locks, honestly. They help keep honest people honest, and that's what it does. Helps keep honest people honest. So honestly, really cool lock. If you're interested in checking out the lock, the mount, or the AirTag holder, I'm going to have a link in my description down below so you can check it out for yourselves. Big thanks to Hiplok for handing me out one so I can give it a shot, show you guys a cool, different style bike lock that I know a lot of us may have seen and just been like, how is that supposed to work? How is that supposed to keep my bike secure? And yeah, it definitely would work in certain situations. Is it for everybody? No, it's definitely not for everybody, but it works in certain situations really well and leaves me without having to worry my bike's gonna get stolen or having to carry around a big lock to lock it up all the time. So if you guys enjoyed the video, or at least found it somewhat entertaining, give this video a big thumbs up. Appreciate the support. Any comments or questions, let me know down in the comment section below. Love talking to you guys. Love answering any questions you guys have. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching today.